So, yes, right now we got this. So, hi Arundhati, or should I say hello, doctor? Welcome to the 2020 match. And it's a great honor to interview you because number one, you're a doctor. Number two, you're a mother, right? And it means a lot when you do both these very primary, very important roles, which is very tough. Being a mother and being a doctor, I think these are two toughest jobs currently, right now. So hats off to what you're doing. Uh, so I won't take much of my time. I would like to do is if you can introduce yourself and talk about yourself a bit, your background, your family background, how do you become a doctor, and anything that you want to talk about.
Okay, good afternoon. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. I'm really grateful. So, I'm Dr. Arundhati Pandey. I'm from Latur. I'm originally from Latur. So, I finished my schooling from there is a very small town which is in Beed district in Maharashtra. So, I finished my primary education. Then I went to Jalna. Then I went to finish my primary education and then I went to Lokmanya Tilak Medical Municipal College, which is there in Sagar for my MBBS course. And after doing MBBS, I finished my post graduation, that is UMS and DMD, like a degree and diploma both from Latur. That is a medical college from Latur. And then I shifted to Pune for my and since 2007 I'm there in Pune working as an eye specialist. So currently I'm a associate professor in a medical college. And in the evening, I'm having a multi-specialty clinic, eye care clinic at Pune. And my parents are there in my in-laws are there in Aurangabad. I got a one sister who is younger to me, and she has finished her MBA. Now she's again doing a job.
Okay, so coming from a place called Bede, so
Yeah.
it must be more of Marathi medium and then English medium.
Till 10th, I'm from a Marathi medium, vernacular. The language is from till 10th. Then 11th, 12th was obviously the science branch I chose for medical field. So then first time I faced English there.
So how was it coping with English?
Initially, yeah, it was difficult first few months of 11th standard. But scientifically, the technical languages, so there is no problem. But yeah, so I faced the problem of English talking. I mean, I was very uncomfortable in my first year MBBS. But one of my senior really used to ask me to talk in English with him always, and he used to correct me. So it helped me a lot. That the introspection, the English language properly.
Okay, so that's good. So the first question is, can you name any five friends of yours in your school days?
School days. Okay. So
Are you in
I'm
touch with
really
them?
yeah, exactly. So I'm connected. So first is a Dimple Chauhan. She's there in USA right now. Then Sumedha Gharpure. Again, she's there in USA. One is sorry, I forgot her surname. So she's there in Aurangabad. And Dr. Sujata, she's there in Hyderabad. And fifth one, yeah, Abrar. So Abrar, I'm not in touch with her. So they're my school.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay, cool, very nice. So 2007, you came to Pune, right?
yeah.
Was it for
Yes.
work or for studies?
No, I finished my post graduation, and then I came for, like, my husband was there in, so I came after my education.
Okay. But Pandey is from Orissa, right?
No. He's a Maharashtrian. PNDE. So it is not Y.
Okay. So, how did you meet your husband?
Uh, we actually we are school friends. But he finished his education from Jalna and Aurangabad. I mean, we were school friends at Jalna. We met at Jalna. But then I went for my schooling. I went to Latur and I finished my Latur and Mumbai. And he finished from like Aurangabad, and then he's from Aurangabad. He's finished his BE and then ME from IIC Bangalore.
Okay. So, let me ask you this question. What was the first time you met your husband? You know the date?
See, we were friends. So first time we met in seventh standard. There was a tuition. The scholarship tuition was there. So we, like, meeting wise, we had our classes.
So, did you have any attraction towards him, or was it just friends?
Never. Like, after finishing MBBS, actually we met. We had a trip at Bangalore. So we had a like MBBS friends. We were after finishing our MBBS, and we had a trip in the south. So we finished Uti, Mysore, and the last day was at. So I asked him to come with us because it was. So he said, "Yeah, okay, I'll come with you all." And my all friends liked him so much. Then they were like, "Why you are? I mean, like, why you're not thinking about this guy?" So there the story started.
Okay. So, who proposed
In
whom?
2001. Uh, Actually, it was not the proposal, and this was the typical "I love you" kind, because we were knowing each other. My parents, like, they were also know. Yeah, okay. I mean, I got a very good friends, and but I told him that, okay, whatever the thing is that, but I'll talk to my parents first, and if they're okay with that, then we'll go. It was very this thing because 2000 in 2000 in that area getting a medico person getting married to an engineer was slightly different thinking,
Hmm.
but we
So,
never had any problem.
so what color, color shirt was he wearing in 2001? Do you know that?
Yeah. So when the things were going, so I was finishing my internship, and then he came to Mumbai for his first. So it was 2001, and he came, I think, March 2001, and it was a green color shirt. I met him first.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
what do you say? Yeah, I remember.
I think if I ask him the question, what were you wearing, he will not be able to answer that.
Yeah, not possible. Or you can ask him that what I was wearing, he will not remember that.
Yeah, that's what. Cool, good.
Yeah.
So I think you've got a very good memory. And so tell me more about when did you get married?
16 June 2002.
Oh, in 1 year's time.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And when did your journey for running or triathlon or this craze start?
Okay. So basically, in 2013, I had a gallbladder surgery, which is called a cholecystectomy, and I was 34-year-old. And
Okay.
second thing is that my mom had a arthritis at the age of, like, she had, but she was advised knee surgery at the when she was a 56-year-old. Okay. So medically talking, first thing, the gallbladder, we remove gallbladder after the age of 40 years. And I like, if you see, like, the genetically also, I was like, I don't want, I'm not the older one. I mean, like, I was like, at the age of 34, if my gallbladder is getting removed, then it is an alarming sign for my health that something is wrong with me. So, in 2013, I was going through some emotional issues. So, it was the 31st December 2013. I met we were talking in the society, like, what is your goal, next goal we talk, right? So, I told them that I want to do something for my health. So, one of my friend, Geeta, she told, yeah, you want to do something for my health, so we should walking. Because even that, till that time, I never used to go. I mean, I used to go for a walk sometimes, but not very regular. Because my kid was 3 year old. So she said, yeah. So we both should go for a walk, regular walk. And I said yes. And till today, I'm really thankful for her because the journey started there. Then for 6 months, we went walking very regular, like hardly missed one because of some issues. Otherwise, we were both were very regular. And we used to do only 1 hour. In that period, I lost 6 kgs. And that gave me a confidence that because I was 60 kgs that time in 2013. That
So,
gave me the confidence.
which year, what do you know the date and year when you were operated? Was it 31st December?
No. It was February 2013.
Okay. And
12 or 14.
okay.
12 or 14. Yeah.
Okay. And do you know your doctor who operated you?
Yeah. She's a good friend of mine, Dr. Purandare. So,
Wow. So okay. So you're scoring good points.
So she, so gallbladder removal and the appendix removal, both the things done because I was suffering from the appendicitis also, the chronic appendicitis.
Okay. Good. So I assume that you started running from December 2013. So it's like
No, I was walking, then went and accidentally I registered this gym. They kept one running 3 kilometer running session because they want to promote there in 2014. Yeah. So I thought that I'll run 5 kilometers. So 2014, the 23rd August 2014, I ran. Why? Because why I know this date because it is my husband's birthday.
oh, okay.
And so I told him, okay, this is a gift for you that I ran 3 kilometers, which was like I never thought about this.
You know the name of the gym?
Yeah, Urbounce.
Okay. So then, what got you into running then?
When I finished my 3 kilometer run, I told my husband I'm not going to run at all henceforth. Okay, I'll go for a treadmill and the gym stuff, and it is fine with me. But so I that the gym was doing one marathon, which was there in September. So I thought that I'll run 5 kilometers in that marathon, and there was a Pune running marathon was there in no. So I thought, okay, I'll run 10 kilometers. So directly I registered for Pune running, the PRBM, Pune running marathon, beyond myself marathon. And luckily or unluckily, I don't know, but the gym marathon got cancelled, and directly I ran 10 kilometers without not knowing anything. And I finished my 10 kilometer in November, and 31st January 2016, I finished my half marathon without any preparation, without knowing anything. I just went like this.
So,
All of a sudden.
so 31st Jan, which marathon was this?
It was our marathon, first our marathon.
Okay. Do you know what was the timing?
Yeah, it was 3 hours.
3 hours. My God. So and what was the hydration that you used during the run?
I was not aware about the hydration, anything. And during 10K, I had a one Energy Alphonse. and I felt very nauseating. So I did not drink anything, only a half glass of, and at 18 kilometer, I drank that, nothing else.
My God. So that is pretty novice.
Yeah, yeah.
God. Okay. Good. So you survived your first half marathon, right?
Yeah.
And then what made you go for marathon to half marathon to triathlon and other stuff? How did you transition yourself?
No, I was running. Then I ran quite a bit, few marathon, half, and it's like a adrenaline rush, right? It gives you that feeling that, oh my God, I ran on this road, this thing. And then I came about, that Milind Soman, he finished his Ironman, first Ironman at the age of 50. Then I read about something about this Ironman. I was not aware about any. And the this thing. Then I read about the Kaustubh Ladkar's achievements, and he's the person, and then the academy. There's so many things are like there. And then I started learning swimming because I'm not a swimmer, and in Latur there is no water tank for me. So in 2017, 2016, September, October, I started learning swimming. And
So
then I thought,
do you know which event did Milan Soman do? Ironman.
so he finished his Ironman at the age of 50, and
No.
I
So
think Switzerland or Paris. I
ah.
don't know.
And what was its timing?
Because that no, I was not into the timing, and that, I mean, at that point of time, I was like, oh my God, at the age of 50 he finished. Oh my God, that was the biggest thing for me.
Good. But now you
I'm
lose
not
marks
a fan
because
of.
of that, huh? See, I'm only going to ask questions that I hear from you.
Okay, okay.
So, how many Ironmans has Kaustubh Radkar done?
Yeah, 25th.
And what was his 25th Ironman?
25th was a New Zealand Ironman.
What was his timing?
I think 13 hours, 12 minutes.
Good.
But it is.
Good. So you remember that. Good. Very nice. So you started learning swimming at in 2017.
2016. 2016. 2016 September. September. Yeah.
Okay. So did you do an half Ironman?
Yeah, I did my half Ironman in Kolhapur recently.
Acha, that was in
2000 November.
2018.
Yeah, 19 November. Now, recent one.
Okay, cool. So how was the experience?
Marvel. It was very good. You know, like it was my first half Ironman, and many issues happened previously, but I wanted to finish that. And the support, uh, the people at Kolhapur, it was very good. Like, not for a second also, I felt very. I mean, as an athlete also, as a human being also, I was very. You know, the organizers were good. The water was good. The safety, water safety was excellent. Like, I'm not aware about what happens, but I felt it was very good.
Okay.
Like, I was fully
So
satisfied with it.
can you name any one volunteer of Kolhapur Triathlon?
Yeah. So I had a one photo of Mr. John. Mr. John, who is the sponsor of Goa, na? He's working there, but he was a volunteer there.
Okay.
He was
And
there at a cycling cycle point.
okay, who's the race director of Kolhapur Triathlon?
Kolhapur Triathlon. Dr. Suresh Patil, who's an orthopedic surgeon.
Okay, cool. That's good. So, and do you know how many women participants were there in the Kolhapur Triathlon?
Yeah, so in half Ironman category, there were nine women were there. That I know. And less than 100 whole strength and total 1,000 participants were there.
Oh, very good. So you remember all this. So that's quite good. So you when did you join MFS?
In December, November, or in end of December, last week of 2020, December 2020.
Okay, so how did you get to hear about MFS?
MFS. Actually, so part of, I'm a member of a recreational triathlete group who is managed by the Anirban Mukherjee. I'm not active on that group because there are big people are there. And I feel I'm a very small person in that. So, though I'm not very technical also, but I used to read comments sometimes. Whenever, and I found that Sunil Menon's comments are very, and he used to talk about anything very elaborately also. For example, if he want to talk about the intermittent fasting, he will tell the why. So everywhere that why was there. And I'm a kind of person where I like why because I'm not okay, do this, but I need that reason, like why I should do or why I want to do that. So I was in search of a coach because I'm a kind of person where I need coaching. I'm not what do you call it, the strong head person where I can do my own. I cannot do that. So I met him and I felt very humble. He's very humble. So I discussed with my husband. Okay, and I talked with few other people also who has finished their Ironman, and I talked with people who are the part of MFS. So that is why I'm here now.
Oh, cool. And do you know the day you met Sunil at your clinic?
I met at 11 o'clock. I know the timing. And it was Saturday. It was Thursday, that I remember. Because Saturday we had that swimming session. So I met him on Thursday. And it was first or second week of December.
And what did you offer him?
I offered him lassi and dhokla, which he did not like it at all.
So let's get back to you. So, what is your favorite routine now in the lockdown period?
Favorite routine? Oh my god, and to do exercise. But yeah, I have to go to the hospital. I'm going till yesterday. It was like is it twice a day? Sorry, twice a week. But now it has become maybe we need. I need to go daily also. And sometimes they call again depending upon the requirement and everything. So the daily schedule changes according to my when I need to go to hospital. But yeah, so what right now I'm doing is a 3 hour exercise which I love the most. I mean in that 1 hour is not very is very easy. So whatever the coach is giving, I'm doing that. I'm not thinking like what I need to do that and everything. But I do it in the morning only because I'm like finish the exercise, do everything. So whenever I'm working, I go to the hospital at 9:30, and when I'm not working, then I have to do a household work also. Household work, then doing meditation, I'm studying for few exams, and watching one movie at least. Not daily, but one any movie, the South Indian, the Telugu, Tamil, Malayalam, or Hindi, or English. I'm a movie lover.
Okay, so
And
can you name any Malayalam movie that you saw recently?
Vikriya, yeah, yesterday we saw only Vikriya or Vikruti. Vikriti. VRI, Vikriti was the movie. Yesterday only I saw that. It's a very good movie based on a real experience, real incidents.
Okay. Who's the actor in that?
I'm sorry.
Okay, so there are a couple of good Malayalam movies which I would suggest you to watch since
Yeah,
you
please,
are.
please.
So Ayappanam Koshiyam is a very nice movie. Ayappanam Koshiyam,
Okay.
and you should also watch Helen.
Helen.
Yeah,
Okay.
Helen is
Definitely.
also a nice movie. I think these are two good movies in Malayalam, which I liked personally. So you can watch that also. Okay, so you have kids, right?
Yeah. I
So
have to
how are
go.
you managing your work, your triathlon, your movie, your studying, everything? You seem to be like a superwoman who's got more than 24 hours in a day. How are you managing everything?
See, I'm not a superwoman. I'm a very simple person. But my thing is that, like, at the whenever I'm sleeping, so I make my mind is made that okay, at this time I have to do that. This time I have. So what is my routine? Is I get up at 4:30. So 5 o'clock, 5 to 6 is one work. I finish one workout at 5 to 6. Not on the lockdown period. On the non-lockdown period, it was there. And so 6:30, my kids used to go to the school. So 6:30 they have to get up, and 7:30 they're at school. So 7:30 to 8:30 the second workout. So done the workout is to go to the hospital at 9 o'clock. Uh, then 9 to 4 is my hospital. So I come at 4:15 or 4:30, and 4:30 to 6 is a daughter's time. Like we chit chat, and we finish our homework also. So I make it a point that their work is done for the day. So 6:30 they go to play or they do whatever they want to do. And 6:30 I go to 6:30 to 8:30 is the clinic time. And yeah, I have my dinner before going to clinic. So by 6 o'clock dinner is done. And 6:30 to 8:30 after coming to from the clinic, 9 o'clock is there. So again a family time, 9:30 the sleeping time. So it can be done, easily. Whenever I get time, I read. So I need to study. Nowadays, yeah. So the things are replaced by the meditation, studies, and kids time and family time.
Good. So lockdown, but your kids are also at home, right? So who
Yeah.
looks after them when you're going to the clinic and all?
So my daughters, 10 year and 13. Okay. So my husband is there. He's working from home. So whenever I'm going to the hospital, we make it a point the food, and they have lunch together when I'm going to hospital. So it is not a big issue now, and they're helping us, the
Cool.
household.
Oh, good. So that's you're really bringing them up very well. So are they also interested in sports, or they must be looking up to mommy and saying, okay, even I want to become a triathlete and all, no?
They say, "Mama, it is good that you're doing so many things," but my older one says, "I don't want to do this." But my younger one is doing a wall climbing. She's like learning in the school, and she's enjoying that. But I mean, see, it depends on them. So virtual clinic, the virtual this thing. Whenever I'm doing, I ask them to join me. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. It is not very this thing. I can't force them also.
So which is your favorite workout, which you've liked till now? Is it
Like in
is it
the
rolling,
swimming
or
cycling.
is it ladder workout, or is it what is your favorite workout that you really like?
See, basically, I like variations. So my coach is giving me so many variations that each and every workout is very. I liked the stair workout, then the cycling, the single leg cycling, which is like very good, massage. So whatever he's doing with the variations, I like that because I'm learning. and I love learning new things. And he is very expert. I'm really grateful that I got a great coach who is Sunil Menon. Seriously.
So no, the topic should always be focused on you. We will have one interview with me, and I'll be talking and you'll be interviewing. That's another thing. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, yeah. I
So,
would love to.
uh, what are your goals in future?
In what terms or in what study or the
In your
triathlon?
sports, in your career, you can talk about whatever goals you have in your mind that you've made that you want to do it.
Okay, so this year I have a Goa. See, every year I do only. So this year I have a Goa, which is in the triathlon group goal. Then personally, I'm giving a few international exams, which I want to give them, and I'm learning so many recipes. One more thing, uh, and yeah. So again, one more important thing, I'm interested in the research. So I was doing before lockdown only. The research was great, but nowadays it's like now again the research. I have to start one research. It's the biggest challenge for me.
Wow, good. So that's a lot of work. So you said you want to also do an Ironman, right?
Yeah. So in 2000, see, my daughter will be there in June 2021. She'll be there in ninth standard. So before that, I want to finish my Ironman.
Cool, cool. I can see you working really hard towards it, and I think you know it's amazing to see the dedication that you're putting in. It's very inspirational, as a mom, as a doctor, as so many roles that you play throughout the day. To do so many things and also make time out for your workout. I think it's an incredible job, and I think you'll be an inspiration to a lot of people. Okay, so let's. Other than all these things, do you sing? Do you dance? Do you what are your other hobbies other than all these things?
Oh, I learned Bharatanatyam for 3 years and to join back. Like I was telling teacher that from June I'll join. So let us see how it goes. I have done 2 stage performances till now, and I love that.
See, I didn't know this. I just asked you a question. I didn't know that. You should
Yeah,
have
I
told
forgot.
that you're a dancer too.
Yeah, yeah. And I've
So
performed few dances in the cultural events also recently. On my Teachers' Day celebration was there in the medical hospital. So we performed there. Then I performed in a Pune Ophthalmic Society. One dance I performed.
cool. That's nice. It's nice to know so much things about you. I think I'll ask you one last question. Okay, and then
Yeah.
we will wind this up. Or in case you have something else to talk about, we can definitely talk about. You said you want to do an Ironman in June, right?
Yeah.
Do you know the Ironman events that you want to go for?
And to go for a New Zealand Ironman, in
New
which
Zealand Ironman.
happens in March 2021. But yeah, so the Corona things I'm little bit worried, but let us see.
And what is the timing that you're aiming for?
I want to finish the Ironman. Okay, so uh, the cutoff before the cutoff, and I want to finish that.
Yeah, but you should know your timing. I think we discussed that.
Yeah, so 16 hours. Sorry, 15 hours.
15 hours. And how much time you're going to take for the swim?
So it is 1 hour 40 minutes.
And transition time?
So 7 hour 15 minutes for bike and 5 or 30 minutes for running.
And transition time?
10 to 15 minutes.
Good. No, I think it's good that it's important that we have some target in mind, because then it gives us a clear path to see whether we are on target or not. So good. It was nice speaking to you, Arundhati. Do you have anything else to talk about?
No, I'm really grateful. Thank you so much.
No, thanks a lot. Arundhati. You really had a good chat, and it's good to know that you're doing so many things, doing Bharatnatyam, taking care of your kids, doctor, a triathlete, and hats off to your commitment, and all the very best. And
Thank
I
you so
hope
much.
you surpass all your goals.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot.
Bye.